Hello, Lindsay. It's good to see you.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Lindsay is one of our wonderful authors with Cross River Media Publishing, and she published the book Unbeaten. And it is a beautiful book. The cover's beautiful, the stories in there are good. And um, tell us what your favorite part was about doing the book.
Oh, that's a great question. I think my favorite part was how God worked in me as I was writing. Because if you're familiar with the book at all, um, it kind of was born out of some difficulties that my husband and I were facing. We had multiple miscarriages in a span of a very short time period, and so I wrote the book that I needed myself. And so God just really did a lot of healing as I was writing, and then through the publishing process and getting to minister to other men and women in difficult situations. So just seeing God work through that was really neat.
Wow. I'm so impressed with you. I really am. I love that you did the videos too, along with the book. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so each week, or sorry, not each week, each set of devotions, there was a video that we did in conjunction with it. So about the theme of that, it was probably 10 to 15-minute videos per week, so they could read the text and then also watch the video. So it's just kind of supplementary, just devotional thoughts related to that theme from that week of study.
That's impressive because I mean, just to write the book is impressive, but then to do the videos along with it is really great. I know everybody enjoys those too.
Yeah, and I hope people can see my heart too, as when you get to actually see and hear someone, is why I love that we're doing this video, get to know that person a little bit better on a deeper level.
So you mentioned earlier the book came out of your heart just with having issues of not being able to have a child. Did you guys wind up having children?
Yeah, so that story is actually really long, so I'll give you the very abbreviated version. We had one child, one biological child. He had some complications in the pregnancy, but that was my first pregnancy, and he was full term. Everything went, for the most part, well, other than a few kind of hiccups. And then our second, third, fourth, and fifth pregnancy, we lost. We saw
Wow.
heartbeats. Everything looked good. Doctor gave us the okay. You can announce it. You can make it Facebook official. And
Because you know that's official when you put it on
right,
Facebook,
exactly.
right?
Put it on
I don't know
Facebook.
what moms did 30 years ago.
I know, right? So we made it. We made it Facebook official, and then 2, 3, 4 weeks later, we went back just for regular checkups, and that baby's heart was no longer beating. So we lost those four. And in the middle of all of that, it was right after our third one. I was kind of, like I said, you'll have to read the book to hear more about it. But
Yes,
I was
yes.
I was reeling quite a bit. I was, looking back now, probably pretty depressed.
Mm,
And God actually brought us a baby through adoption. Kind of dropped him in our
nice.
lap, and it's a really really cool total God thing. That was after our third miscarriage, and then when that baby was one, we got pregnant again and lost another one. So we were never able to have another biological child, but we were able to adopt a baby, and we did some foster care stuff afterward, and so God still brought good from it. And I
Absolutely.
think sometimes, even when He doesn't heal in the way that we want, it's good for us to hear those stories too, because God never fixed our issues with the complications with pregnancy, with being able. He didn't fix that for us, but He's still
Yeah.
good, and He still loves us, and He still wants what's best for us. And so that was a good thing for us to learn. So yes and no. Yes, we were blessed with another baby, just not in the way that we had originally thought God was going to do it.
Both of our children are adopted. In fact, our youngest will be 25 in about a week. So yeah, I get that.
I love
How
it.
you see
Great.
God's hand in all of that. I'm so
Yes.
excited for people to read your book and just get healing from it. And there's so much information about God's love in there too. And this being Valentine's month, you know, that we saw, I think it was in, oh, I can't remember what chapter it was now. Oh, the Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. He said, when God seems late, you know,
Yes.
and
Because He
it
chose to wait. Like
yeah.
Jesus knew that that Lazarus was sick, and instead of leaving immediately, he waited. And because he waited, Lazarus then passed, but Jesus was able to do that even bigger thing
Absolutely.
because he waited. Because he was
Absolutely.
late, I guess.
Yeah. And he's not late. He's on time. We
He's
think
on
he's
time,
late. Yeah.
late to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. When we
Exactly.
don't get it when we want it. I love the Lauren Daigle song, that she says in there, when you don't move the mountain that I want you to move, and all the
Yeah.
different things she says. Yeah. That's me. I totally get that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song too. She's got some good songs.
So I have a very serious question to ask you. Would you rather, this is very serious now, you have to consider this, change all the poopy diapers for the whole week or wash a cat?
Ooh, okay. Wash one cat.
Yeah, one cat. We'll say
One
one
cat,
cat.
one
Mhm.
time.
One time.
One cat, one time, or the poopy diaper. Okay, how old is this child? Because that makes a big difference. What kind of food is this child eating?
He's on meat, definitely.
He's a
Yeah.
meat.
No vegan here.
My kids are getting a little older now. They're 8 and 11. So you know what? I think even though the diapers would be gross, just getting the baby cuddles. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with the baby.
Good answer. Good answer. Well, everyone, I hope that you'll go out and get Lindsey's book. It's called Unbeaten. It's an awesome book. You can get it on Amazon.com. You can also get it at crossrivermedia.com. And just you'll enjoy it, definitely. And you can use it as an individual study or as a group study too. So it's really a nice opportunity to get with some other ladies and get some healing and just love, just to be able to know that you're loved, because God, even though he may seem late, he's not. And thank you so much, Lindsey, for coming and talking to us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
All right. Good night.